Ah! I have been booped! Hello, my souls, and welcome back to Blacksad. Holy shit! Before we even actually officially start, we apparently have 5 people watching already. Yay! Well, I'm glad you guys like this game. Ha! Well, of course, Andy. Why do you feel like that? You've got a lot of friends here, man. Hey, Freeman. Good to know and good to see ya. Also, hello, Volk. Mlem. Or, yeah, Volk. By the way, I made myself some shaker pie uh, between the streams. So after this, I'm gonna go have a nice, yummy slice of, you know, lemon shaker pie.
If the
Num
living
num
have
num.
rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead.
Sorry, itchy foot.
In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens.
It is a little warm in this
Thinkers,
room, by the way.
scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers.
Ah, damn it! I just found a knot in my hair.
Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up. Now you know where to go to become somebody
later.
in the Big Apple.
Ah. By the way, folks, bit of weird information about me because of the fact that I have essentially I have overactive glands when it comes to things like oil production for my hair. Um, I actually have to use a slicker brush on my head instead of a hairbrush because hairbrushes tend to get tangled up too quickly, or too easily, rather. So,
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
yeah, a little bit. I know what you mean. Old cars are nice and pretty. Did he just pick up a baseball from fucking someone's grave? Really? Both was Harry Bradwick, born in July, died on May 1915. Or May 13th, 1915.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects. It's strange that I don't see any. Maybe they're gone with the wind, or somebody claimed them as part of their inheritance.
Eh. Yeah, Andy, it's been a rough day for a lot of people, apparently. And yeah, slicker brushes are also for fursuits. Anything that has coarse fur, essentially. In my case, I kind of have to use it for my hair. Hey, hello, Hydra. You have committed absence for too long. Yeah, that you have. In memoriam, Harry Bradwick, father of baseball, born on October 5th, 1824, died on April 13th, 1920 something, I think.
Still hot.
Well, someone was here.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall,
What do you mean got new kids? we got a lot of new people, yeah.
The world falls with them.
Oh, there's a person here. It looks like I may have spooked somebody when I was coming over the gates. Yep, I spooked someone. Yep, it's Monkey. Such a riveting tree. I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner.
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. I'm investigating a case of sports corruption. I think a considerable amount of athletes are involved, both current celebrities and former stars.
I'm sitting here wondering why it's taking so long just to progress into Sea of Thieves. Oh, it's because of the it's because we're not currently in that season yet. And didn't you know, Andy, everybody in noir films smoke.
Who are you?
John Blacksad.
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why are you hiding?
Why are you hiding here?
Because I fear for my life. Because this is the only place where I feel safe. Because Joe took me to his home. But they went looking for me there too.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth?
Oh,
Would
that.
he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
Hold on a sec. It takes a long time because the game is designed to be played with a lot of people. The more stuff you bring in, the faster you level up. But the more stuff you bring in, the more dangerous it is, because if somebody else hits your ship, you lose everything. Gold Hoarders is actually one of the hardest ones to get up hella high now. It used to be the easiest one, but because they revamped it and made it to where you get a lot less EXP for it, it's become one of the hardest ones. Yeah, Andy, pretty much everyone in noir films, almost everyone in noir films pretty much smoke. It was a common thing back in the, I think this was set in like the 1950s. And, believe it or not, back in the 1950s, doctors actually used to suggest that people smoke if they had things like asthma, because they believed that inhaling the nicotine could help stimulate their lungs and help heal them. So,
One question at a time. My turn. What was your glove doing at Dunn's place?
please don't tell me that's going to be an audio lag or an audio issue.
Because that's how it happened. I forgot the damn glove when I fled the house, running from the guy who came after me. A guy hired by the man who ruined my life. And so many others. A guy hired by the very same man that Joe is hiding from. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Hey! Nova just became a soul. Hey, welcome to the channel, I guess. There we go. Let's see.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn. I want to know why I should trust you.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Ah. Hey, that toss was... Huh?
It wasn't a toss, he pitched it at your head.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise or how well he hid, I would find him.
Mm-hmm. Well, damn.
So what you're saying is, 1, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. 2, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
I think he didn't lie to us, although he might not know the whole truth.
4. 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now? Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff you're convinced that Yale
Quite
is
long,
innocent.
Freeman.
But what about O'Leary? 6.
O'Leary.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Hmm.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the
actually may be
suicide
pretty
theory
close
would
to the
fall
end,
through.
though.
So he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's
Oh
pulling the
God,
strings?
fourth wall break.
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige.
Damn, Freeman.
I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for Helen. What can you say about the rumors that claim you were in a relationship with Desmond O'Leary?
Oh, honey. It would be such a shame to mention that shady character in your article, wouldn't it?
Well, why?
I'm sure your newspaper would hate to fire someone as talented as you.
Oh, okay. Okay, now. Here's a question for Al. Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
We never talk politics, honey. Athletes should steer clear of controversy and stay focused on their sport. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on. Here's one for both of you. Have you thought about marriage and children?
Well, the truth is, we haven't talked about it, but maybe it's too soon. Maybe...
Of course we thought about it. Al is simply too
Yeah, I wouldn't
private,
blame
that's
you,
all.
Freeman.
That's all we can say for now. But tell your
Storms are a
readers
bit
to
of a
watch
pain.
this space.
Now what? So, Al. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Yeah, sure.
My Al is going to kick that thug's behind. Isn't that so, honey?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No such thing as a weak rival.
Nonsense. You are and will be world champion. Next question.
Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was.
I don't know, Hadra.
All right, so where were we? Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like this?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt.
So I'm
Any
gonna
thoughts
redo
on your fight
these.
against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? On the down low.
My lips are sealed.
Okay, let's just take a picture.
Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Special attention to the precise moments, not too soon or too late.
What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
I'm going to take one more, all right?
Eyes closed, chin on your fist.
Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move. It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
There we go.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look. How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in? Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Well, that's a thing. All I can say, Freeman, is lightning isn't that freaky when you kind of get it into your head that the chance of actually being struck by it are pretty slim. There's not enough in it for me to pull from the straw. Damn it. Ew. Okay. This needs to be washed.
Brawls aren't
before I
even the
can do
worst
anything
part of
with it.
my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive.
A little bit. Yeah, Freeman, this game does have some issues with rendering things in sometimes.
People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
Yes, I know what a 5150 is, Zambi.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Let's tell him John Blackmore.
Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore. You're natural. That sure beats your poker game.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
Ha ha. You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want me to say? If Cassidy hadn't ordered his barber to kill that man, I would have done it myself. Some people just don't deserve to live. Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I just don't understand your motives.
The truth is, I represent certain interests which make Desmond O'Leary my enemy. If you know anything about their rivalry, I rest my case.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
We fought together during the war. I just want to say hi.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
You'd be losing your chance to make a pretty penny. I know how to reward my allies.
You think I'd spend my time in this dump if all I cared about was the money? Please, cut the crap. Anything else?
Yeah.
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. Ha ha ha. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop, like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand.
See,
now all I had to do was follow him.
I was wondering, though, if you had forgotten that I do nightly streams. Nom the otter knows. Anyways, what do you guys think? Either way. Stream's going pretty well. I'll probably join you on Smite at around 9. About the storyline flipping and neither of the criminal bosses really being a part of the murder. Alright, cool. That should give us, what, 2 hours to play some Smite? Should let us get a couple good games in. That's okay, Hydra.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Hmm. A victory in any game feels good. Aw, well that sucks, Sting.
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
I have an idea of how to get there. It's not gonna feel good if I fall. I'm gonna take a second to look around here because I think there might be a card somewhere around here. I mean, technically I could go up that, but it's not gonna let me. Hey Hydra, do you play on the Xbox or do you play on, Oh, apparently I can't go up that way. Do you play on the Xbox or do you play on PC? Well, actually, never mind. That game's cross-platform. If you ever want to come play Sea of Thieves with us, let me know. Hmm. Well, you can start by adding me to your friends list on Xbox Live, man. Here's my gamer tag. There you go. Hmm. I wish I could just climb that, but apparently it's not going to let me. Literally right there, I could just climb up right there. So that's off screen. Some random kid. Oh, that works. Lucho San Martin. Well, yeah, I figured that was you. I'm just glad I'm not timed in this area. Well, this is wonky. I'm literally kind of inside the thing right now.
When you want to be silent, noise can be your best ally.
Hmm. Ah. Well, that's clever. Let's see if this works. First, it's gonna have that. Okay, so now I know it's stay put is a good idea. Hello, Rick. Let's see if I can wait until he's close. You know what? I come back this way and check something out. See if I can use that forklift to get around quicker. Ooh, wait, I can go up. I forgot about that. We can do this cat burglar style. It's a rhino. Um, yeah, no. If this is the kind of shit an average detective had to do when dealing with a case, there's a lot of people that probably would never have become detectives.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
It's a riot shield. The amount of what the fuck that worked. God damn. Yeah, no. Power being out's gonna be a thing. You're in a storm area. Alright, night, Andy.
What does this place have to hide? Don't you even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
It looks like an arrowhead. Answer my questions, and I'll protect you from Mitchell.
What?
As soon as he finds out you've talked to me, he'll kill you. Just like he did to your partner, Randall Lee.
Blam.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What's Mitchell up to?
Mitchell? What Mitchell?
I'll give you a minute to think about some more convincing answers.
Fuck duct tape. Just keep a rope around if you're dealing with the furry universe. Just wrap a rope around their muzzle, make it to where they can't talk. I believe in you, son.
It could be an Ojibwa totem pole, in which case, the top animal would be a crane. If I'm not mistaken, these are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals.
Mm-hmm.
A dream catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web.
Let's do a cerebral moment here, shall we?
Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother.
You saw Elizabeth Warren on that totem pole. Wait. Was there a rat on the totem pole? Seriously? Man, I didn't see any, I didn't see any parasite totems on there. I figured that would get you laughing, Nova. Goddamn. Oh, goddamn it. Now I'm gonna have to go back up there
According
and look
to
at
this,
it. See what
the
you meant.
warehouse belonged to a Canadian import company. Ah, well. Well, you can always hang out with us and see the weirdness that is a old-ass furry comic turned into a video game. It's actually pretty good so far. Hey, Game Fam, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, actually. I haven't seen you on here in a while. Will I need help? Who would I call?
Hasn't everybody?
Smirnoff.
Pier 36. Meet me in an hour.
Blacksad?
If you come in from Montgomery, it's the 6th sea-facing warehouse.
What's going on?
And bring the cavalry.
Hydra, I'm actually not 100% certain about that. Because given the fact that you're, if memory serves, a minor, you'd have to have a written consent form from your parents. Or correction, a signed consent form, not written consent form. We kind of have a rule on the channel, nobody under a certain age is allowed to live stream with us anymore. Given the fact that we had a issue with somebody going really, really stupid and just being a complete idiot. I think it was like a year and a half ago. Okay, so same setup. Same setup. Same setup. Alright, let's go talk to the horse a bit. See if we can get him squawking like a bird. Mothers always believe in their sons.
You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me. And I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid. It all started with something as stupid as keeping the change when she sent me for groceries. Then I started stealing fruit from the street stands. And finally, I turned to pickpocketing. Somehow, my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college. But I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either. I made new friends. The type of friends that convince you to do things that wouldn't make a mother proud. Then Pearl Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe. They told me killing was my moral duty, but I discovered it could be addictive. Not all victims were Nazis. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself. I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? Huh. But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Okay. number 3. So, I think number 3 is the one over here. Well, let's see what this does, shall we? There we go. Well, at very least I called the sexy doggo. He should be, Oh, cute, hyena. It's a yin. Mlem. I'm gonna come over here really quick. It's a bed.
Going!
Hey,
You
it's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl. I'm gonna get you out of here, okay?
Beta, no hurt.
Hey,
Beta, no hurt.
Sock Puppet Theater.
hey,
Beta, no hurt.
We'll deal with her in a minute. That was stupid.
a list of names? Somehow related to chemical agents?
Veil on pill bottle. Or Yale on pill bottle. If we're not in stream, you're more than welcome to play with us, man. We welcome pretty much anybody who's willing to play. Or who's willing to learn. Though I will admit, I keep a kind of weird ship. Jesus. Pretty much, yeah. Here we go. Did I find the other half of the yin? No.
Subject, Brunhilde Gruner. Treatment, day 1514. The
Jesus.
patient's ability to speak continues to diminish. Now she can only pronounce the occasional word in German. It's as if she had gone back in time, not only due to her declining cognitive function, but because she appears to have forgotten everything she learned since her arrival in America. Tissue degeneration persists. And yet, perhaps due to drastic reduction of benzylprodine dosage and an increase of anupropion, we have observed a 3% of deceleration of said degeneration. Furthermore, and perhaps this is the best finding so far, the subject exhibits a mild recovery of her speaking function. It's not a lot, and yet we are on the right track. All hope is not lost.
Medical trials with the girl. Scarclaw says, yes, their capture card is being stupid. Yeah, capture cards can do that on occasion. Ah. Could also be how you have it set up.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess called
Brunhilde.
Hi, my name is Brunhilde, and I'm very happy.
said Brunhilde. And then Brunhilde, who had a beautiful name,
Really beautiful.
a really beautiful name, ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
A magical cat called John.
I'm a magical cat and my name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like magical cats. Hi, Brunhilde. I'm going to use my magical powers to help you. You're out of a cage, too.
Nein, it's sad.
You say silly things, John the cat. So what are you going to help me do?
Fill some colored balloons.
Fill up a bunch of color balloons. I love balloons. What's your favorite balloon color? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite balloon color is...
Green.
Green! Whoa, Brunhilde, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Bird. Bird. John. Brunhilde. Freund.
This is actually kind of adorable.
Do play. Ich look.
Okay.
Hi, Bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil. Gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bird? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that,
The fuck? Wait, is she dead? The fuck? Did that kill her or something? Fuck. That's fucking weird. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go in or back out there really quick. I thought I saw something. Specifically, I think I saw a card. Nope, apparently not. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here to check out, and then I'm gonna see if I can head back up if I can't find anything. Spano.
Subject, Craig Spano. Treatment, Day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. Unfortunately, due to the injury's nature, surgery is not advised. The goals of our medical approach are twofold: to relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. To that effect, he will receive daily administration of strong opioids along with treatment. Day 128. Treatment so far has been a success on all fronts. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. Furthermore, the patient's athletic performance is not only up to par with that displayed at the height of his career, but it has even exceeded all expectations, improving the subject's precision and focus. So far, the only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling. Treatment. Day 341. The patient's health has visibly deteriorated. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly shorter, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe trembling and tachycardia. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
Spano's drug treatment. Okay.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances. The worst part of Mitchell's scheme isn't that it's illegal or unethical, it's that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
Well, that's the thing. So no more cerebral moments, apparently. Don't think there's much more to find in here. So that's kind of a thing. So let's head on back out. Give me just a second. Sorry, there was sirens outside and I didn't necessarily want to have those in the stream.
Gil? You know you're not allowed down here. You know you're not allowed.
You bastard! I should kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
You don't know? How much did Mitchell pay you for your soul?
It's not about the money. It's about Brunhilde, my daughter. She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Angelman syndrome. There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reach the age of 5. But I couldn't give up. I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers. Yes.
Well, that's the thing.
That Reich. We're talking late 30s, Berlin. I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country. But the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say. When the war was over, my experiments were discarded. I was forbidden all access to the drugs, and Brunhilde got worse. But then God sent me Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war, and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes, and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
I noticed Yale's name appears twice on your list of athletes. One mention was crossed out. Why?
I don't know. A couple of months ago, Mitchell told me to prepare pills suited to his profile. But a week ago, he told me to stop. And then 2 days ago, he asked me to make them again.
About those pills. What is he looking at?
Take your 6th beating.
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell him the truth in order to protect Brunhilde.
I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Neither,
Oh,
actually.
honey.
I think he's
You
a rat
like
because
living
he's
here?
he's a lab technician.
Yeah, me too.
Scientist.
But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home now. A prettier one. And you'll be happier there. Now go with Papa, honey. Give him a kiss. Go on. Give him a kiss. Go on. I'm sorry about this, Josh, but we gave it our best, didn't we?
Huh? What? What do you mean, Angus?
I wish it hadn't come to this.
And
Angus, what's wrong?
Goodbye, Josh.
That's the thing.
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. Ah! I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile. You're so far from the truth. What the?
And that's the thing.
The mask would buy me a bit of extra time. The question was, how much? Spano? Spano just ran out that way.
Come on. Strong ass monkey. Well, damn. This game's getting messed up. Oh, correction, no, this game got even more messed up. Whew. Yep.
Craig's Fatto is back! Did you miss me? Who wants to see a home run? Now you're gonna see. Bring it on! Let's go!
And he's beyond high, and now he's gonna die. Capillaries in his eyes have popped. He's overdosed.
No, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's overdosed. He's gone.
Don't torture yourself. You did everything you could.
Will he make it?
The doctors think so. They found him unconscious by the basement door.
What?
Horse did the right thing.
Could Gil have blocked the basement door from the outside to kill Mitchell?
You think? That's a serious accusation. Are you sure, or is this just a theory of yours?
Just a theory.
It's just a theory. Let's hope we get the truth out of him.
Huh. You think Gil was involved in the previous murders?
Yeah.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders?
Another serious accusation. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure yet. But it very well could be the case.
Wait, couldn't Mitchell be Randall Lee's murderer?
Randall Lee. Dude wasn't good with a gun.
So he misses with 2 shots at point-blank range, and then he hits a guy smack in the forehead from across the street? No. Mitchell is not the sniper who wiped out Randall Lee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we still don't know what caused Craig Spano's death.
I do.
There's no doubt about it. Spano took drugs from the lab, and they killed him.
But if that were true, how many more athletes are in danger? And most importantly, who are they? Is Bobby Yale involved?
I didn't see them all, but write down these names. Peter Lowe, Xavier Chains, Helen Moore, Bill Goldman, Miles Benton, Alexander Wood, Jacob Ziegler, and yes, Bobby Yale.
Thanks. Saving lives for a change, huh? In any case, thanks for the call. I was starting to think you'd never trust the police again.
I don't trust the cops. I trust you.
Hey, John. Surprise. It could have given a tip to a friend, don't you think? Or is that only the case when I help you?
Get that guy out of here. All right. Let's get this over with. When the war ended, Mitchell convinced Grun to use his super soldier drugs on elite athletes. Somehow, Dunn found out about Mitchell's scheme.
I will be right back, guys. We will finish this later. I have a feeling we're close to the end of the game, so I'm going to keep playing for a little while longer after the hour. But for the moment, I need to use the restroom. So, be right back. I'm back, and folks, it feels like this is actually starting to wrap up, so...
So when Mitchell heard that
continue.
Dunn was onto him, he ordered Randall Lee to kill him and frame Yale for the murder. Then, he made Randall search Dunn's house and the gym for any incriminating evidence he might have had against him. The poor cleaning lady died almost by chance. When you stuck your nose in the case, he tried to scare you by sending his thugs to give you a beating. And when that didn't work, he asked Randall Lee to finish you off on the gym rooftop. But Randall not only failed, he got captured. So Mitchell ordered Gil to put a bullet through his head, which only made Gil upset. You kept getting closer and closer to the point of discovering his headquarters. When Mitchell realized he was cornered, he burned his bridges by setting the lab on fire, along with Dr. Grun and his daughter. Gil saw the opportunity to get back at Mitchell, so he blocked the only exit so that he would also die in the fire. Did I leave any loose ends?
Just a few. But don't worry about it. I'll take care of them now. So I guess thanks for everything.
Still the sexiest doggo in the game. And I'm fairly certain there's actually porn of him, which is kind of weird. But I'm also fairly certain of that because this is a game based off of a really old comic series. Yeah, a little bit.
In your classic noir films and novels, solving a case never amounts to a happy ending. The detective is always left with a sense of bitterness. A feeling that, before he took the case, the world was a better place. That he was a better person.
Come on, now speed it out.
Sometimes I just let my character get the best of me.
What do you want from me?
I told Stone what I knew. That he was going to let Yale win. That if he didn't, O'Leary would destroy Helen Moore's career. And that Moore was doomed either way. Or would be, as soon as America discovered her sweetheart was on drugs.
I don't believe you. No way. Who sent you?
Today? Nobody.
And what if I did believe you? What would that change? If I don't do this for her, how could I ever look her in the eyes? How could we stay together?
You think you'll stay together when you lose your title and they accuse her of doping?
At least I know I tried.
The drug scandal is bound to rattle the entire sporting world soon enough. At some point, the police will have to take it seriously. If you let Yale win, and they find out about O'Leary, you might even lose your freedom.
It's not the worst thing I can lose.
Suit yourself. But trust me, your manager is a murderer. Get as far away from him as possible.
Hey, Blacksad. I'll think about it.
So let's see. I know I've got a lot of money riding on it, a lot of money going to Sophia, but I'd rather him not take a dive. Honestly, if Yale's gonna win, I'd rather Yale win on his own. I mean, he seems like a powerful enough little pup.
Yale
little
confirmed
bit.
to me that Dunn found out that Mitchell was giving him meds. That was the reason they argued the evening of his death.
In fact, I was clean at the time. Hadn't used for days. I didn't want to go down that road. I wanted to follow Joe.
But he discovered everything.
He didn't believe me when I said I had nothing to do with it.
But you used again.
Only after his death. I needed to cope.
But the drugs gave you a panic attack.
Yeah. But I've been clean ever since.
Mitchell gave you the pills when he stopped by the hospital. Hence, your miraculous recovery. Are you planning on taking them before the fight? Don't do it, Bobby.
Someone has to save the gym. I owe it to Joe. And Sonia. And my Aunt Mary.
Your father would never have done this.
What?
I told Yale everything I knew about his father's death. I couldn't say how he took it. Just like I can't tie it to the mysterious drowning of Desmond O'Leary, who appeared dead in the Hudson River next to Pier 27 several weeks later. Sorry about your Aunt Mary. She was a good woman.
Oh, Leary got what he deserved. Yale definitely needs to win on his own. Or at very least he needs to try to. Let's see how everything goes, shall we?
Stone and Yale hadn't taken away the bitterness I felt. I needed a friend. He was outraged that I hadn't given him the tip, but he let it go as soon as I bought him a milkshake. After the perfect storm of corruption and murder, only friendship could reconcile me with the world. Only that could make me believe in mankind again. Only that could cleanse my soul. Only that. And money.
Let's see where things go. Will it tell us if the fight happens, or will it flat out show us the fight? Or will it tell us the outcome of the fight, or will it flat out show it? I'm kind of hoping it's going to show the damn boxing match. Because god damn, that would be perfect.
In your standard noir novel, Yale and Stone would be punished for breaking the rules. There would be justice for Sonia, the victim. But this was the real world. As the detective who had cracked the case, I just had to get my paycheck and be on my way.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blacksad. Mr. Thorpe is on his way. Care to take a seat while you wait?
I guess I'll just have to wait.
He'll be here in a minute. Please, take a seat.
Yeah. These are all characters from the comic. Hey, Shadow. Or Rainbow. That wasn't it.
No, that's not possible. But what if Tim Thorpe was somehow involved in Mitchell's operation?
Mr. Blacksad? Mr. Thorpe is running later than expected, but he insists on meeting you, if you don't mind.
Sure, as long as you help me fight off this boredom.
That's not in my job description, but...
There's more to it. There's more to this. Sam Merrick, Donna Sonia, John Blacksad, dinner with the mayor, Rogers. Are his agenda.
If my hunch is right, there should be a meeting with Mitchell noted somewhere in Thorpe's agenda. If I had her markings on my skin, would I be the same person? Would my name be different? Well, you see, I've got a problem. In order to figure out how much Mr. Thorpe owes me, I need to know what day I started working on the case. But I can't remember. You wouldn't have that written down, would you?
It sure wasn't on my shift. I'd remember. Let me see.
You guys ever get that sinking feeling in the bottom of your stomach? Launch with Paul Rosenberg. Return flight, Los Angeles. Millard Smith, hospital. Meeting with Bobby Vale. With Reg McNeil. Claudia Hinkman. Or Hinkham. Joe Dunn, no appointment.
What? Dunn was here 2 days before he died? Why didn't Thorpe ever mention that?
I'm sorry, but your name's not on here.
The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Wait, I just remembered something. The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Well, no. You don't have any appointments. Although, I guess I could have forgotten to write you in. Mr. Dunn, who's usually very kind, left in a flurry. He even slammed Mr. Thorpe's door.
Okay. Now I know I have to get into Thorpe's office.
And he didn't even say goodbye.
Yes, that was the day. You don't recall me because the minute I saw Dunn stomp out, I followed him. I never actually came in.
Of course. That explains it.
No doubt. So, since it looks like Mr. Thorpe won't be here soon, I think I'll go take a walk down the hall. Gotta stay in shape. Come on, Thorpe. Tell me there's a back door to your office. Should I play the Smirnoff trump card again? No, this is nothing but a hunch.
Let's check the restroom real quick. No, we can't. We have to go into set 1.
So, you had something to do with that chest expander after all.
Mm-hmm. Something feels really wrong here.
If Weekly were here, I'd have to tie his hands behind his back.
Oh no.
Cats aren't afraid of heights. That's why I've never felt vertigo. In my experience, when something looks really good, it ends up smelling really bad.
And the game crashes. Let's see how far back this pushes me, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Something feels hinky. It just feels too wrong for it. This all feels way too fucking wrong. So. If by the 3-hour mark we haven't beaten the game, I'm gonna say screw it and just end there for the night. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go until the 3-hour mark or until we hit the end of the game. Because I think we're right at the end of it at the point, or at this point. And if we are right at the end of it, then fuck yes. I think he thought that I wasn't done. Hold on. Yeah, no, I actually really like the music for this one too. Okay, so it didn't start us too far back. Alright.
So, you had something to do with that chest expander after all. Cats aren't afraid of heights. That's why I've never felt vertigo. In my experience, when something looks really good, it ends up smelling really bad.
Just checking the table. I know that's the door out to the front. This should be the door into his office.
It's a bit strange to see no office chair behind a desk, until you remember the desk's owner is in a wheelchair. But one of the strengths, the accuracy of his throw. I earned the nickname Iron Arm. I used to throw the ball in 15 miles, and yeah, when whatever it wanted. And my coach, the great Joffrey Sachs, and so I worked hard. Did Pearl Harbor. I enlisted immediately. After losing a partner in combat, a serious injury, I asked to be relocated. I became a sniper. I know I shouldn't say this, but I was one of the best in the Army, and it was all thanks to my accuracy. No, it was all thanks to Jeffrey Sachs. I wonder how many Americans that man saved with my arm. After these words, Tim Thorpe is moved almost to tears and asks me to take a break. It's shocking to see how an athlete and soldier, a man whose aim and skill won him a Medal of Honor and the nickname Surgeon among his brothers in arms. That can't be.
Oh no.
I mean, it could be a coincidence, but no. Why am I surprised? In every investigation, there comes a point where every single lead seems to go down the drain. And you have to retrace your steps to get back on the right track.
Oh no.
I better not use it. It might be connected to the switchboard at the front desk. Oh, crap. Of course.
Oh no.
Wait, what if Groon's drugs helped Thorpe walk? That's it. Thorpe is the man behind the whole drug operation. course, it wasn't Mitchell or Gil. It was Thorpe who shot Randall at the hospital. Everything adds up now. And yet I can already hear Smirnov telling me I have no conclusive evidence. What if I set a trap for Thorpe? But how? Ha! What if I place Thorpe's gun up there and corner him so that he has to stand up to get it?
Empty the bullets first. Good man.
The show was about to begin. All I needed was an audience and some patience.
Stop it!
Arr! Don't you know who you're dealing with, matey?
What a silly man.
Mutiny! You wants to be shark bait, do ya? Oh, Blacksad. I feel terrible for keeping you waiting.
John.
But you see, there was mutiny on board, so...
Stop!
You see what I have to put up with. All right, helmswoman, to the cabin with you! Onward!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Come along, Blacksad. Julie, don't let anyone bother us. Honey, will you wait in the boardroom for me, please?
But...
I'll just be a minute, then. I think you've already suffered enough.
Okay.
And think about where you'd like to have dinner tonight, okay? You see, I'm not gonna pay you for solving the case.
Fair enough. The truth is, I didn't solve it.
No, it's not that. You'll get every penny we agreed on, and more. But not because you solved the case, but for her. 2 days ago, she wanted to end it all. Drop out of college, sell the gym. Too many wounds to heal. But through your incredible work, you managed to heal them. Well, perhaps not completely. It takes time to get over something like this. But at least, thanks to you, Sonia wants to be happy. She has hope. I'm going to help her make Dunn's Gym the best in the city. Who would have ever guessed it, huh?
In the end, it seems like Dunn's death was the best thing that could have happened to the gym, huh?
Don't be so cynical. By God, can't you stop playing the hard-boiled detective for 1 second? Anyway, back to the case. All those people you confronted. Gil, the German doctor, even Mitchell. Huh. I would have never suspected him. Did they say anything? Why did they do it? Did they mention any accomplices?
They did mention a certain surgeon.
Surgeon? You have any idea who that could be?
A journalist told me. Ring a bell?
I'm sure you've got good intentions, but you're wrong. What makes you think that? I'm sure there's an explanation.
Don't deny it. I know Mitchell gave them to you.
People see a wheelchair and think, poor guy, he can't walk. But there's so much more to it than that. Some nights I can't even sleep from the pain.
That doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you knew about those drugs. I know that you were a highly skilled sniper, and I think it was you who shot Randall Lee at the hospital.
Have you seen me, Blacksad? How could I possibly do that? I hired you to solve this damn case. You think that's what a murderer would do?
Only because you thought I'd blame Bobby Yale and drop the case. But as soon as I realized something wasn't right, you sent Randall Lee and Gil to give me a scare. And when all that failed, you ordered Lee to kill me.
You're the type that won't open his jaws once he's got his prey, aren't you?
I think I've made that clear enough by now.
Put yourself in my place for a minute. You're a promising football player who just got back from the war, but you're still a nobody. The man you saved kindly opens his house to you, and that man is still undone by his wife's passing. He works all day at his gym, and he drinks himself to sleep at night. So you practically end up raising his daughter. You give her her very first abacus. You encourage her to further her education. You comfort her when she misses her mother and her father. Meanwhile, your sporting career takes off. Life is good. Until one day, out of the blue, an accident cripples you. An old friend, Mitchell, tells you he knows someone who can help you. A German doctor. His drugs take some time to work, but they do wonders. You manage to walk for short bursts at a time, little by little. And those bursts keep getting longer. But the drugs aren't cheap at all. So you have to find a way to pay for them, don't you see?
So you started by selling drugs to athletes. Then you decided to start an advertising agency to hire those same athletes. Drugs would help them excel, and you'd get better ad deals. The perfect business model. Your first client? Craig Spano. His career had hit a rough patch, so... He was the guinea pig for your new operation. And yet, when the drug started having serious side effects, you got rid of him. Afraid he would talk, you tried to kill him. That's why he hid. From then on, your business was smooth sailing. You even began to think you were above the law. You thought that you were untouchable. Until Joe Dunn found out, and then, 2 days before his unfortunate death, he came to see you.
That's enough now! You stop it! Now, I don't know if I'm above the law, but I am sure as hell not beneath it. Do you know how much power I have? The kind of people I eat with every day? I could shoot you right now, and nothing would happen to me.
With that gun you keep in your drawer? I'm afraid not. I placed your pistol out of reach, just in case you happen to confirm my suspicions, Ironarm. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with the police.
I won't let anyone wreck my life again. Sonia and I, we deserve a future.
You can come in now, Smirnoff.
Timothy Wilson Thorpe, drop your weapon. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you. Mr. Thorpe.
I hit A.
No.
Holy fuck.
Oh no.
The Reaper.
Oh no. Oh my God.
I hit A. You know what? That fucking sucks. I'm gonna see if I can reload that last thing after this goes through. I'm gonna see if it'll let me try for the other ending, because I fucking hit A when that thing was still half full.
After everything that had happened, the last thing I was interested in was the fight. Did Yale take drugs before the fight? Did Stone let him win? I had done everything in my power for things to go the way my moral compass dictated.
You know what, guys? I kinda have to do this, because it's bugging the fuck out of me. I fucking hit A. It should have saved her. So I want to see if that was the game doing it, or just fucking something that you can't save. Something you can't stop from happening. So, one last attempt. like games that script the outcome that heavily and then tell you, hey, look, you can change the outcome. Fucking not. So let's see where this continues from. Yeah, you thought it was funny, Otterpop. I didn't. I fucking hit A with half that fucking circle still full, and it still didn't count. That's stupid. Yep, and I can't go back. Well, let's see the outcome, shall we? I feel cheated.
After everything that had happened, the last thing I was interested in was the fight. Did Yale take drugs before the fight? Did Stone let him win? I had done everything in my power for things to go the way my moral compass dictated. Whether anyone would listen to me, that was another story. Because no matter what they tell us, our actions don't always determine our future. My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience? Would I have made the same decisions, given the chance? I should have said no, so you know what? God damn it. I want to see something. God damn it. So, I know games like this have a thing. You guys have seen the ending. I'm not going to let the credits roll. I'm going to test one last thing, and then we're going to end this stream. Because that just asked me if I would have changed something, or if I would have kept the same choices. If it lets me go back and pick, like, to save her, specifically, I want to see if that's a thing. And yeah, by the way, that particular outcome is bugging the fuck out of me. This, I'm guessing, would be considered as a decent, as kind of a neutral ending. Not good, not bad. Bad would be if you failed to finish the case, I guess.
the good ending would be essentially saving as many lives as possible. So, through the intro one last time. And by the way, yes, I do get a little bit obsessive. And yes, I know, it's loud. It's actually loud as fuck in my headset right now. So much so that it's hurting my head. Well, actually, that's because I modified the volume. I very much modified the volume. So I'm going to see if it lets me change the thing. And I really wish I could skip these. I really do. Wait. That's new. Weird.
After everything that had happened, the last thing I was interested in was the fight. Did Yale take drugs before the fight? Did Stone let him win?
By the way, the fact that this ends on the biggest fucking cliffhanger is something that I don't like.
Whether anyone would listen to me, that was another story. Because no matter what they tell us, our actions don't always determine our future. My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience? Would I have made the same decisions, given the chance?
Nope, it doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't give you the chance. So, folks. Should I let the credits run? Give us a bit of a chance to talk, or should we end this here? What do you guys think of the game? And since you know my outcome, you know my ending, but that also means you know there are a lot of endings after this that could be changed. Everything I did, you could do differently if you played this game. And it does bug me, the one thing that I wasn't able to get was, I wasn't able to save her. I want to know if that's because it's scripted, or is it something I could have actually changed? Because I fucking hit the A button. And it's gonna bug the hell out of me, too. Oh my god. So, I have to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think this one was worth about 30? Because it's about what I paid for it. Ooh. And more accurately, what should we play next? Should it be a platformer? Should it be furry? Should it be... what's the word? Should it be one of my nostalgia games? What? A little bit. I'll agree with you there, Hydra. Volk, 30 US is actually half of what most games usually cost when they're new, and this is about as new as you get. So for those of you who have stuck around, other than saving Sonya at the end, what is something you guys would have done differently compared to me? Play the toxic game of GTA. Yeah, no. I do play GTA. I'm not going to do it on a live stream. At least not these live streams. A little bit, Freeman. Heh. Oh, Hydra, if your chat message keeps disappearing after you send it, it's usually because you're catching the filter. We're trying to actually revamp the filter so that it doesn't cut out as many words. For some reason, the YouTube filter is freaking the hell out, and it likes to pretty much censor everything. I actually want to see if there's anything at the end of the credits to see if there's like a situation where, you know, it shows like the end of the fight. Oh, nice. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Hey, guys, quit with the fucking cap switch. Because that actually does hurt my head a lot. My foot has been sitting here twitching to this damn music. This is actually the kind of music I like listening to when I'm just chilling out, by the way. This is made on Unity? Shit. Nem. What's up, Hydra? Yeah, it does explain. It actually explains pretty much all of the glitches in it. Unity is not exactly the most stable engine, it's just one of the most versatile. Anyways, folks. I don't know, actually. I think I'm probably going to do a platformer next. Anyways, guys, I really need to go get some food, so if you enjoy the gameplay or the commentary, give us a like. If you want to keep up with this or any of our other content, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Become part of our notification squad so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, this is Kitthesoulless signing off. Oh, was holding that back. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye! Ah. I swear to God, I can see myself re-fucking playing this game a couple times over. And if I actually get the same ending and manage to save fucking Sonya, I'm gonna grab the ending for you guys and record it and pop it on here. Anyways.